Welcome along to round 12 of season 4. Williams in the hunt for trophies. We're off to Hungary this time with Williams and Red Bull dominating the championship this time round, and every other car is left absolutely wondering how they can do anything about it. We have got then qualifying positions. Both cars going to be setting out in the top 4, with both cars of course reaching Q3. You would expect anything but that. Fastest lap is going to go on as well, and we've got this huge qualifying position of both cars in the top 4. Car parts, we've obviously got our bad parts on, but we should have our new underfloor available, which will go on. We've only got one of them available currently though, and I think we have got 2 chassis as well. It gets worse. It honestly gets worse for the field, because all we're doing is destroying their hearts, because we are building and building, not researching, and you can see we can install that on car 1 as well now. So even better, this car is going to be beautiful. As we head off to Hungary, we'll get into practice. We'll be back for our qualifying no sprint weekend, and we've got to hope for some big championship points. So here we go for qualifying then, and it's set to be rain in this session, so we need to get out ASAP here and make sure that we get our time in. So you can see cars now starting to filter out. There is our Williams boys, girls getting at it. So that Williams goes, and we've got one more to go as well. We'll just let a few of these cars trickle out, and then we'll send, knowing that we're going to get a clean lap in. So send that one. For Porsche should get ahead of the Alpine, they do. And let's put in our first flying lap. Stroll's going to be the second car on track to get their time in, and hopefully we're going to make no mistakes and we're going to get through. It's purple and greens as the rain comes in. It's a 1:15.2. Doesn't seem too good. Sainz has done a 1:15.3. Porsche bang there as well. We await Red Bull, who come in 3rd and 6th, but the rain will come in as it is already, and that will be the end pretty much of Q1. So Q1 is going to be done and dusted. 2 minutes left on the clock. You've got the bottom 5 sort of cars going out as well, just a few in the top 15 as well. No one's going to improve. It is raining, and when it rains it means they do not go faster than when it is in the dry, of course. But we're through nice and easy. 1:15.2. We're still holding that slight edge as we head off into Q2. Now it is an ATA qualifying session, so that's why you can see the mediums are now selected as our car. Track is going to start ramping up with a rain halfway through the session, so we're going to get both of these straight out. Expect a lot of traffic. There you go, look, that is how many cars are out early. You're potentially only going to get one lap of this. We need to put in a good time. We're not going purples though. 15.5, 15.8 for Porsche, not a great time. Sainz goes ahead of us. They are not good times at all. Porsche, what have you done? Mediums again. We're going to have to go with both, I think. Where did these times come from? Is everyone else on mediums? They are. They are awful. So we're going to send these quickly. It's getting damp out there. Are we going to get enough time to get in, or is this going to be a huge shock? Oh my god, I think Porsche just got held up as well. Inters are out. I think Porsche is out of the Hungarian qualifying. That means he'll be taking engines, because this is our opportunity to do so. I don't think we're not. He's out. Theo Porsche is out of qualifying. He's not survived. P11 Leclerc in 12th is also out. Huge shocks. Trokovic is going to take P1 in Q2. Unbelievable set of results there. So it is end of the road this time round. Porsche, that absolutely wrecks our qualifying positions as well, by the way. We had that massive bonus on for finishing both cars in the top 4. And it basically failed. As we go to Inters then for Q3, it's Stroll who is last man standing. Weather, what is it going to do? It's going to be dry at the end. We'll send early. just to get a lap in, because you never know what lap you're going to do later on, that's for sure. Verstappen's coming out probably just to hold us up, you know, a little bit. But it shouldn't matter too much as we do cross the line. Our pace seems to have disappeared. I think we did get held up, but it's going to be time for dry tyres. Dry tyres time. We've got Sainz out there on intermediates, unless they change. Norris intermediates as well, so they're not going to improve if they are out there. Let's just take a quick look. Norris is in the pits, Sainz comes out on softs, they all come out on softs. So it's go time here as the Ferrari comes out. Stroll in a very lowly P8. We just have not set this alight at all. It looked good in Q1, it's definitely not looking good anymore. But we've got clean air, a full track ahead of us. Hopefully no dramas, and we can move our way back towards the top. Is there going to be penalties to take for both of these cars? Because I will be chancing it. If Stroll doesn't get a good position here, I might take the odd part as well. But here we go then. I mean, even Stroll improved in the last sector. That shows you how quicker it is in the dry. So coming through, and we're about to approach the first sector completion. It is purple for Lance Stroll. Max Verstappen has set the fastest time so far, quite comfortably, a 1:14.7. What do we got? It's only green. What about through the middle? It's purple, but someone else is improving out there, and it's George Russell in the Ferrari, but hasn't improved well enough through the middle sector. Lance Stroll comes round the final corner. Where's he going to put his car? It's provisional pole for Lance Stroll. What about anyone else? Can anyone else fight them through? It's going to come from Russell, Sainz, Bottas or Norris. If it does. And it's not. Come on. P1 for Stroll. It's a shocker for Theo. Absolute shocker. But he's on pole. Is our Stroll. Now it looks dry here. It's supposed to be heavy rain. Supposed to be heavy rain. It says we're going to start on the dry. Now, car parts, this is what I'm looking at. Engine I don't need to take yet. ERS I am going to take. 100% going to take ERS. Gearbox, I'm pretty okay with that. What about an engine? We've got 10 races left. I'm going to stick for that for now. We're going to take our new ERS system. Now, it's going to rain around lap 35. I don't... Could we go hard? I'm not going to go hard. I'm going to go that. I'm going to go soft. Soft. Move that back. Because it's going to start rain. Oh my god, that's actually quite tough. Soft, medium. And that's going to be potentially wets, but I'll check later on how bad this is going to be. Jesus. And that's potentially wet weather. That is potentially wets. So I think we go that. And then for Porsche, I might just set on the one stop, you know. I might put him onto the hards and then onto wets. Oh, if he really cruised, could he save himself? I don't think he could. I think he's got to do that. I think he's got to. I don't think there's anything other that he can do here. I'd say do that and then put him onto wets around there. Right, let's see what happens. We are first. We are last for Porsche once his penalty comes in for his ERS. Unless it's only a free place. Can't remember how many they take. But let's go at it. It's dry at the moment. We've got to get some climbing up the leaderboard to do. Mediums for the Red Bull. There's quite a few mixed tyres around here. Softs, mediums, hards, all available. And we're away. So Porsche is P18 at the moment. Russell's got a good jump, a very good jump as we go down into turn 1. Williams in the middle of the centre of the track. And he's going to just fend off Russell. Porsche currently going to look after his tyres. You can't really push too much traffic. So I'm just going to harvest. Well, I'm going to go neutral and look after it. So Stroll leads us then on lap 1. We've got George Russell, the Ferrari, who have done a bit of improving lately by the look of it to be sitting in P2. But let's see what the true pace is of that Ferrari as we push. They are on the hard tyres as well, which is good. And Porsche, because he's not pushing, has lost a place. But I'm not too fussed with Porsche. Just want a nice, easy race. And look at that. Lance Stroll has already dropped George Russell on the hards by 1.5 seconds. Porsche has just moved past Ricciardo. That's a good little move. So he's starting to move, and I'm going to put him on to high aggression. Remember, he is well out of sync for the cars around him, so he shouldn't have to push too much. Stroll is absolutely flying. 2 seconds already on lap 2. Hasn't improved through the middle sector, but we'll keep on pushing. We'll use a bit of these tyres to keep the gap going. But he's out of energy, so we'll cut back down. Like so. Should be pretty quick anyway. Porsche, personal best sector in sector 3. Closes up to the back of AlphaTauri. So remember, it's pretty hard to come through the field at the Hungary. But we're just going to take our time, because he's got to literally come through the pack. And there's a lot of cars to get through. We've got him on high overtake aggression though. And he should start coming through even without attacking too much. You can see his energy is brilliant, and look at that for a move. That's a soft tyre AlphaTauri, Danny Rick. Up to P17 we go. Great little move. Porsche is not, I wouldn't say he's struggling, but he's losing a lot of time. A lot of time. Currently 3 tenths behind for sure. We've got 3.6 out to Russell. The only thing I'm thinking is whether or not we can, like, I mean, I should surely have an extra set of mediums. I do. What I'm thinking is I could pit early, get out of the way of all these clunky tyres, because they're not going to go to the rain pits, and we just take them running clean air. As we go down the straight, there's a yellow flag, surely in turn 1 that is. There's no safety car. Who? George Russell. And a Red Bull. George Russell, that's P2 and P3. Has pushed it wide. Oh, they both tag. And that's match fixing. They've let the Red Bull through. That's not good. 4.4 seconds. Medium tyre gets past George Russell. Porsche, yeah, I'm basically thinking if I pit him early, I get him in clean air, he can run and take time off all of these, no problem at all. But Porsche, on lap 14, has made himself steadily through. Sainz is now pitted. We're going to deploy for the pretty much first time ERS really in this race to try and get past this Alfa Romeo, and we do get past very easily. Bit of pushing goes a long way, and we've got Zhou Guanyu. We was going to pit early. It felt like the great thing to do because we're stuck in traffic, but we're absolutely carved them open. We're not a million miles off the lead. We are only 17 seconds, so over a second a lap we've lost, but that is to our teammate in that very fast Williams car. So this is not looking too bad. We'll get past Zhou Guanyu. We've entered the pit window for Stroll, bit early. We've got good tyres, save these nicely. No DRS for Zhou Guanyu. This should be very easy, and it is. Up to P12 we go, and we're already closing on Albon, his teammate. We've already dropped Zhou Guanyu by about a second. This is the pace that we have got. Stroll out front, currently got the fastest lap of the race, comfortable. And here we go again with Albon. Need to get rid of him. I think we just stay on track then. I don't think we pit early. It's not going to benefit us. We'll deploy. And we should. Verstappen pits though. Verstappen pits on the mediums. That's interesting. Let's push ourselves now. Try and keep ahead. Where is Verstappen going to come out? Oh, I'll tell you what. He's behind us though. And we're in P10. That's a big move from Verstappen early on the soft tyres to get through all of them cars. You've seen how we've struggled, and it's time to put some absolute pressure on him. Because look, we are gone yellow in the first sector. We are not improving from earlier times, but we're going to be quick for a few laps compared to Verstappen. We're going to try and now close on these cars ahead. It is Kevin Magnussen, who are about to get into DRS range. We are going to have to take some ERS back at some point, which is now. But we are into DRS. They've got DRS 2 on lap 17. And he's going to just sit behind it. Nothing we can do here. And just cruise. But look at that, the gap now that Lance Stroll is taking. Last lap, he was 2.4 seconds quicker than George Russell. That is beautiful. We're going to just keep this energy going with Porsche. Verstappen's not going to get through any of these very quickly. No chances. Here we go. As now Stroll carries on. Let's pit him now. Medium tyres. We'll keep him on attack mode though. What about Porsche? What's he doing? Okay. Can he get through down the straight? He's right at the back. Speed should be good though against Magnussen. Can we get ahead? Yes, we can. We are through. It is an absolute mission for Porsche here. But he's up to P18. He's got a trickle of cars ahead. 3 of them closely put together. And we've got Stroll coming into the pits this time round. Absolutely attacked this stint very nicely. And he's going to come in. Hopefully, no 14-second pit stops, 11-second pit stops. You name it, we probably have done it. We've got another chance for overtake, though. We're going to deploy out the final corner. And we are going to move ahead, though, with Porsche. As we open up to go down the right-hand side. There is our Williams counterpart coming out. He's not going to get ahead. But he's well ahead of Max Verstappen. That is crucial. We'll top up on both cars now. Just cut these down. As there you go, Porsche is into P7. These medium tyres working a treat for Porsche. He's flying. We've got Stroll trying to get past now into P9, and he has. This is absolutely a knife through butter moment. We are cruising through, as now there's a pit stop for the Haas, and that releases us to the McLaren. Esteban Ocon to try and get past. Soft tyres will be the next pit stop for Porsche, and everybody is well and truly in the pits. Porsche's flying along, and he's gone to the outside. Oh, Porsche. It's like F1 18 plus material. That was a beautiful move. And he can carry on. He can carry on plugging this away. Stroll, you can see just in the background trying to get through. He is on the medium tyres. We will deploy and get him past. Get some clear air. McLaren sitting with. Stroll's coming though. Here he comes. And I think this is job done. It is job done. We're up to 7th with Stroll. Porsche is up to 5th. Very, very solid work. McLaren's coming back at us though. And the McLaren has got us. Ocon, on the hard tyres, has just overtaken us. Interestingly. So what we'll do is we'll push again. We'll deploy again because we don't want to hold Stroll up too much. But Stroll is only 10 seconds off the lead. Norris is in the pits as it stands. And then we should be able to now get ahead down the straight. Porsche deploys. Not got much left. He's gaining. But can't get through. Not just yet anyway. This is going to be a few laps, I think. So it's looking okay. We're on lap 24. Porsche has just actually been overtaken by Kevin Magnussen. And we are now going to do probably one more lap. And we'll come back for softs. So that is the play. Russell, surely he's not going to get that whole lap in, is he? Is he going to get the whole stint to wets? That would be phenomenal if he can. And the question is, do we go wets or do we go intermediates? Because that rain is heavy. But we're going to have to build. Porsche is closing the gap. And now we'll go for soft tyres. 1.7 seconds a lap quicker, according to our stats there. And Porsche is in the pits. De Vries went wide. That's fine. But Porsche comes in after a decent stop. Verstappen is currently 4th. We need a good stop though, please. We owe them some, 3.4. Bit of clean air would be nice. Get ahead of Giovinazzi. Thank you. P15. Drop down quite a bit. We've got softs, hards all around us, and it's certainly now going to be game time until the rain comes in. So weather is coming. On lap 31, we've just got ahead for Porsche, past Zhou Guan Yu. You can see we've got the Alpine ahead, and that Alpine is, wow, that is phenomenal pace. We have flew past him. Kevin Magnussen has just took the fastest lap of the race. This might be the only chance to get the fastest lap, actually, so probably a good point made by Magnussen there to absolutely blast it through. And what we're going to do is we will attack now to see if Stroll can get a fast lap. Porsche will do the same as well, because once this rain comes in, there will be no fastest lap attempts by anybody, because it will be so slow. But let's see what we got. We'll wait to see the track. It's heavy rain in 6 minutes. It will start light, it will go very, very quickly to heavy. But let's see what sort of lap times we do. Porsche went purple in the purple sector. Went purple in the purple in the final. And now he's gone green for Stroll, who's obviously on the medium tyres, remember. And there's a little bit of rain on its way. So last chance of a fastest lap. Stroll can't take the fastest lap. Porsche potentially could. And he's now right up the back of some cars, but he's going to get a lovely little slipstream all the way to the line, and he'll take the fastest lap of the race at a 1:17.5. Rain is on its way though, and I tell you what, it's very dark, but look at all these cars. It is all around Vaushaw in the Haas in 7th, all over the back of these cars. We're pushing the rain, the screen, it's terrible. The weather is awful. It's really getting bad now. Really dark. We're 10th off. Porsche's not going to get through these as he dives through past Ocon. What a move, Porsche. He's got high overtake aggression on. And that is a move that we didn't see coming. Can he get another one though? Past the Haas. You can see him ahead of him. He's going to have to go to the outside as Ocon's got the inside route. We've just gave up. Or no, we're going to go back for the inside. We're going to get DRS. That Haas doesn't. This should surely be a move. And it is. We're up to P9. Rain is coming in. It is heavy rain now. We're going to attack the tyres. We're going to give Stroll at least a lap. And this weather is terrible. Absolutely terrible. You can see the rain coming down on your screen now. It's 0.8. It says it's very wet, but it's not actually hit yet. We are pushing with Stroll. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to bin it. It's too wet. It's not wet enough for Inters. But I think we'll watch what everybody else does. I think this is a wet tyre potential. There's a yellow flag out there. What are people going to go to? Vauxhall's looked up, and now it's really, it's wets. I thought it was going to be wets. I did say originally that I thought this was a wet tyre choice. And let's get both of these in. This is crucial now. It is hammering it down. It is absolutely hammering it down. Everybody is in. We are struggling. This rain has absolutely flew down. And everybody is going so slowly. We're trying to get past. We've done a lap too long. Stroll was okay. Everybody else is coming back into the pits now. But it looks like we're going to drop massively back because Sainz, Ocon, all these are going to be flying along. But look at that. The whole field splits its strategies. Stroll's already back out. We're going to cool him down. Got to take a bit of calm here. Good stop needed. Oh, it's not great again. It's not great again. But Porsche's out in P8, P9. And now just got to top up. Sainz took some very early usage out of them tyres. So did Ocon. We're going to go attack mode just while we warm the tyres up. Lap 37, we're over halfway. And then we'll cut back down to standard. So, what's going to happen? It's going to go potentially Inters later on in this race. So there's still plenty of time to do some overtaking. Stroll, as everybody is on the wet tyres, has got a 16-second gap. It's all about Porsche. And we're right, we are pushing hard because we want to keep the heat in the tyres. We don't think we're going to need these wet tyres throughout the whole of the race, so we are pushing a little bit more. Obviously, rain coming in means we use less fuel. We've got 14 seconds out front, so very, very calm there. And here we go, trying to get past Ocon. Ocon with slightly more used tyres, 85%. He pitted a lap earlier when it was a lot drier. As we exit the last corner, no DRS, remember, that's what's going to make it a lot more difficult to overtake now. We're not going to get past that easy, are we? We're going to have to bide our time, I think. So, Porsche P8. I think this is potentially now coming into Inters. It's dropping on the right hand side. You can see Norris has just chucked it in the pits as well. You can see this is going to gradually come off very quickly. So let's go Inters. It's dropping. I think this is the time. Let's go pit for Inters as well. With Stroll, who's got one more lap. That's okay. We'll attack now. 2.8 kilograms of fuel. We're absolutely good with him. We're back behind Ocon. It is dropping. It is dropping. How quickly is it dropping? Fair amount quickly. And there's a lot of cars. I think we've picked the right time to pit then, according to what the AI are doing. We are in then. Stroll needs a good stop. He's not got a better pit stop than Mercedes, McLaren, or anyone like that. And of course, we don't get back out in front of him. Inters it is though. P13. Now, hopefully, we can attack early as Stroll pits. Stroll's nearly lapped Porsche. He's that far around at the minute. Now, we've got to push early, because if we can push early, then we're going to get a great chance to do a undercut. Leclerc is in. Verstappen has stayed out. And you can see Verstappen continues on. Mad, mad times. But here we go. How about this for a move? Thank you very much. We're in to P12. Leclerc is in, Magnussen is in, Tsunoda is in, Leclerc's already out, so we're not going to go past them. We round the final corner. Track's getting better and better and better, and we are going to move past Magnussen and into P9. We've got work to do. Work to do. We've got Stroll now getting past Russell. Verstappen pits. We've got a back marker in front of us as well. So come on, out the way, dude. I know you on Inters. Verstappen already coming down the straight of that pit lane and exiting. Oh, we need points. Leclerc and Verstappen P2 and P4 at the moment. It's going to get even worse because it's P2 and P3. We've topped back up. We have got a couple of positions to be gained. I think Bottas is just going to come out ahead of us. And I don't think we're going to get any more. I mean, it's going to be dry. Very, very close to dry right at the end of this race. And it's looking very bright out there now. Very bright. It is definitely going to be dry towards the end. The question is, it's going to be like 3 laps dry. I mean, I'm going to start pushing here with... I thought that was a position then we gained. It wasn't. Do we pit right at the end here? I'm going to send Stroll on his way. I'm going to send Porsche on his way as well. But it's going to be interesting to what happens in 8 laps time. So track's now changed to dry. Track has changed to dry. And there's pit stops. We have got to pit this, I think. Where's Stroll? Oh, Stroll's already gone round. We've got to be pitting. This has been a crazy race. But now we've got to push hard. Push hard is the noise that's coming from the radio. So we're 23 seconds ahead. It is soft tyres for Max Verstappen. Everybody pitting. Bottas continues. Porsche is going to make good ground here. He's up to P... Oh, I thought he was coming out. I thought that was like us into P6. It's not. It's not. But we're back out. And it's going to be attack mode now. 5 laps to go. Utter attack to the end. Stroll is in. Where is Russell? There is Russell. Russell should pit. Verstappen carries on. He's already pitted and we're out. So looking okay here. It's look at the crazy little changes of weather we've had, and Stroll can come out. We're going to top up because we could do a fastest lap attempt now. Here is Porsche right behind the Mercedes of Carlos Sainz. Bottas and Yuki in the pits, and now that it's stopped raining, we can start overtaking. P6, we've recovered nicely. Don't think we're going to catch anyone else. We're going to harvest, actually. We're going to need a fastest lap, I think. Let's harvest. Let's watch the gap. Even if it's a last lap attempt, we'll 100% push. Porsche's going to go as hard as he can. 4.3 seconds is the gap. To close with 3 laps to go. That battery is coming back in nicely here. 4.1 is the gap. Deploying everything we've got for Porsche. He's not set fastest laps though. 18 seconds out front. Is anybody setting? It's low grip now. Zhou Guan Yu's about to do the fastest lap of the race and take it from us. So it's a good job we're harvesting, because he does take the fastest lap of the race. Porsche's 3 seconds is the gap now. He's closing with 2 laps to go. Stroll has started. Well, I don't know if we can catch this at all. I don't think we can. 2.6. If we can take P5 with George Russell in the middle, that will be a result. I will know that for sure. But here we go. We're about to start our final lap. We're going to deploy and see if we can take the fastest lap back. We've got 2.2 seconds Porsche to Norris. As now we come through. Final lap for Stroll. Stroll's going to at least take victory here, which is massive for us. We're going to push Porsche because he's got that gap to 1.8. Stroll looking clear. I don't think he's going to get in a bit of traffic, but I don't think that's going to be fine. And then down the straight we go. We are catching Lando. I don't think there's anywhere else we can take it. Porsche has just taken the fastest lap of the race. We'll conserve down on the fuel. We're good on fuel for Stroll. Little panic there. Purple, purple, which is good. And around to the final corner we go. There's no energy, but it doesn't matter, because Lance Stroll, with the last lap of the race, takes the fastest lap in a phenomenal weather-changing race. We are still pushing. We are still pushing with no ERS anymore into the final few corners. I don't think we're going to get it, but it's a great recovery drive, taking penalties from Porsche. Red Bull don't get third though. George Russell takes it, and it is P6 for Theo.
That'll be P6.
We won't meet our objectives, but P6 is absolutely fine by me. We have to take the penalties at some point. We took them, and that is why we are where we are. P6 got up 12 positions, started 18th in a very eventful race. Stroll out front, clear. Verstappen second, big gap, 10 points created. Constructors, we did still outscore Red Bull with 34. No shock to see. Look how many pit stops we took. 4 pit stops altogether. Third, first, 7th, 11th, 6th. It wasn't a great weekend for Porsche at all. Big money spent out. Obviously didn't fail to meet what we wanted as well, which is annoying, but hey ho. Side pods are created. We're on to our next race though at a brilliant Spa, and it is still all to play for, and we are very much in the hunt.